Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may now be seated.
Good morning, Wildcats, and welcome to West Range TV. On today's show, we will take a closer look at an exciting sport right here in Santa Clarita that is quickly gaining popularity. We'll also get an inside look at students taking their talents to a new platform, as well as hear from our varsity football players about the excitement of our last league game. This is sure to be a great show, so stay tuned. I'm Callie Thompson. And I'm Riley Flynn. Today's November 3rd, 2016, and West Range TV starts right now. Welcome back. So Riley, did you catch Game 7 of the World Series last night? I did not. I was too busy doing homework. Well, you missed out on Game of the Season, with the Cubs becoming World Series champs for the first time in 108 years. I'm bummed I missed that. That's okay, because one of our baseball fans and reporter, Sean Erlanis, is in the field with Coach Burrell to tell us more about this historic night.
Thanks, guys. I'm now here with Coach Burrell, the head coach of West Ranch Baseball. So why was last night's game so memorable?
Well, I think there was a lot of drama last night. You've got two teams that are playing a Game 7, winner take all. Both teams have a long history of not winning the World Series. They're two big Midwest towns in Chicago and Cleveland. They're not far from each other. It really kind of captured the hearts of not just the United States, but I think it was a big global market last night. And I think I'm just now finally this morning recovering from an amazing game.
Mm-hmm. And why do you think so many people watched the game last night?
Well, I think the Cubs thing is a big deal. The idea that you're talking 100 years of not winning the World Series. You're talking about a couple different curses. You're one with a goat, one with Bartman. And if you're not sure what that is, you can go look those things up. But it has all the drama and all the making, and America just ate it up last night.
Okay, so you heard it here. Thanks for having us. Let's take it back to the host.
Thank you, Sean. For all of you preparing for college, there's an upcoming opportunity this spring semester to participate in new career and college readiness classes. Priority registration is underway, so please see Mrs. Oakley in the CCR office for a full list of what is offered. For those of you heading off to college soon, a representative from Syracuse University will be on campus tomorrow at tutorial to answer any questions you may have. One tip all college representatives will give is to get involved with your school clubs. Today at brunch, WAC will meet to discuss upcoming events like Friday's football game and Light the Night. At lunch, Unlikely Heroes and Lit Mag will be having their clubs meeting as well, so be sure to stop by. One unique place to exercise right here in the Santa Clarita Valley is on a quick climb to success. Our reporter Savannah recently went to check it out for herself.
Just thought I'd stop by Top Out Climbing Santa Clarita, which offers some of the most diverse and exciting indoor rock climbing terrains in California.
Basically, it's a fitness facility for people of all ages. We have unroped climbing as well as rope climbing here. We got people who have never climbed here before, from little kids to the guys that climb big walls at Yosemite that do it day in and day out.
Top Out not only welcomes beginners to the rigorous sport of rock climbing, but also offers an environment where both beginners and experts can interact and build relationships both on and off the wall.
Working here, having been here for the last few years since we opened, a passion I have is getting people introduced to the sport. Climbing is definitely something a lot of people haven't heard of, has a lot of, misconceptions. A lot of people see it as like a kid's activity, like, oh, it's at the fair or it's at Magic Mountain. But this is a sport that we pride ourselves in, we train hard to do. And I just love getting people involved. I love getting people on the wall for the first time and seeing them really fall in love with it, like I did when I started climbing about 5 years ago. So that's what I'm all about.
Through connections and relationships, Top Out strives to create a facility where community and rock climbing can come together.
We're still fairly new, 3.5 years, and before we existed, there weren't any real rock climbers in the area. So we're basically bringing people together through rock climbing.
Top Out Climbing is the perfect place for friends and family to come together and challenge themselves not only physically, but mentally. From West Ranch TV, this has been Savannah Burrows reporting.
Thanks, Savannah. I can't wait to take on this challenge. This sport isn't the only one that requires hard work and dedication. Alexis is here in the studio to tell us what to expect from our athletes right here on campus.
Thanks, Riley. We have a big week for our Wildcat sports teams. Today, we have our freshman football team going head-to-head with Golden Valley at 2:30. Also, I'd like to congratulate our amazing girls golf team who finished in the top 3 on Monday in the preliminary round and will move on to the CIF Team Championships on Thursday at Los Serranos Country Club in Chino Hills. Also, we have our cross-country league finals at Central Park at 1 today. Our reporter Skylar got a chance to find out what we should expect during this meet. Skylar?
Thank you, Alexis. I'm now joined by cross country as both teams look to make school history today. Now, Lauren, today is your last league race. What can you do today to ensure a victory?
We've been working really hard together and been training pack running, so as long as we get our second like we have the last 2 times, we'll move on to postseason.
I'm sure you guys will do great. And now, Justin, you guys took victory for the first time in league last year. Was there anything that you did differently this year or the same that make sure that you ensure that victory?
Just the same. We've just been training really hard. We really want it, and we hope to repeat that this year.
And Preston, what will it mean to your team to win league 2 years in a row?
It would mean a lot, but this year we're looking for the sweep, and that's never been done before in league history, so we're looking to make league history today.
Well, good luck to you. Now, Lauren, what time and place is the race at today?
The race is at Central Park today, and it starts at 1.
All right, Cats. Well, remember to come out and support your cross-country team at 1 o'clock at Central Park. That's all for me. Let's take it back to Alexis.
Thank you, Skylar, and good luck to our cross-country team. I'm now joined by some of our varsity football players, Mark and Hunter. They're playing their last league football game tomorrow night. Thank you guys so much for stopping by.
Thank you for having us.
So, Hunter, if you reflect on the season, what would you say was your biggest challenge your team had to overcome?
Well, the biggest challenge this year was the complete change of our coaching staff. It was a 180 flip from last year. Just the work ethic, the time we had to put in the weight room, off the field, on the field. It's been completely different. It's been a big challenge, but we really appreciate it. It's definitely showed out on the field for us.
And Mark, looking over your 4 years on this team, what would you say was your most memorable moment?
I'd have to say when we beat Canyon this year, because we're only the second team to do it, and it was just a huge accomplishment for the program.
So, Hunter, if we pull off a win at this game, what does that mean for the future of our team?
Well, if we win tomorrow night, it's almost guaranteed a spot for us in the playoffs, and once we get past into the playoffs, it's just a lot of light for us. Good things will happen.
Well, thank you guys so much for stopping by, and good luck tomorrow. Cats, make sure you don't miss this game tomorrow night at Valencia. That's all for me. Now let's take it back to Riley.
Thanks, Alexis. Cats, be sure to come out on Friday to support our football team and show your school spirit. Sign-ups for boys tennis tryouts are on Coach Speaker's door, room 532. The tryouts will take place this Monday at 3 p.m. at the tennis courts. Don't forget to wear your tennis shoes and bring your rackets. Also on Monday are swim tryouts from 3:30 to 5:30 at the Aquatic Center. Makeup tryouts are November 14th. Bring a suit, goggles, and a towel. Tomorrow, be sure to grab your capes and wear your best superhero outfit to show your Wildcat pride. Some of our heroes have been working tirelessly behind the scenes to prepare for our Wildcats Change the World rally tomorrow. Let's take it over to Christian right here in the studio with ASB Rally Commissioners to give us all the inside information.
Thanks, Callie. I'm joined here in the studio with 2 of our rally commissioners here on campus, Matthew and Aaliyah. Thank you guys for coming down.
Thanks for having us.
So we all know that this week's theme has been Wildcats Change the World. So Matthew, can you elaborate on why we chose this theme for this week's rally?
So we specifically chose this theme for this rally to really highlight the accomplishments of our Wildcats for this past year, as well as really focus on giving back to our community, which is why we chose the theme of Wildcats Change the World.
And Aaliyah, what specific themes should our classes be wearing tomorrow?
So tomorrow's theme is superhero because superheroes save the world. It's also tomorrow night's theme for the game. There's no specific class divisions for each side, but we do want to see everybody out there with some sort of superhero attire.
All right, sounds simple enough. And Matthew, compared to all of our other rallies we've had this far, what would you say makes this rally stand out from all the others?
So out of all the rallies from this year, I think the main difference that makes this so unique is really our main focus on giving back to the community, which is why we want to participate in a school-wide canned food drive, which will count towards NHS and Key Club hours. And whichever class collects the most cans at the end of the month will receive a special prize that ASB's put together.
Well, I know I'll be in attendance. Thank you two for coming down.
Thank you for having us.
Cats, make sure to bring your canned goods tomorrow to win the class-wide prize and come out and support our ASB at the rally in your class attire. That's all for me. Let's take it back on over to you, Callie.
Thank you, Christian. Tomorrow's rally is sure to be a blast. One of our very own students here at West Ranch has been working hard and sharing with our community the triumphs of others. Johanna has more.
Recently, 2 high school students have teamed up to create a unique organization that helps students get more insight on different career fields.
And we just thought, if we interview people and and ask them questions about the professions, then we can get a general idea about what they do, and we can try to help students find out about what they want to do, and it helps me in the process too.
Learning Individuals Network Connections' purpose is intended to benefit students.
Well, definitely we know what schools we want to go to, we know what we want to become when we're older sometimes, but sometimes we don't really know how to get there. So figuring out what majors, figuring out how we actually go from college to the professions that we want to pursue is something that we want to figure out by interviewing people.
Samantha and Jake have faced some challenges during the upbringing of this organization.
Sam and I both go to different high schools, so setting aside time for LINC has been kind of hard, but other than that, it's been going pretty well.
We also have trouble finding people to interview because for the radio segments, we try to choose unique careers, and we're starting to build our base so that we can eventually interview people from all sorts of careers.
By overcoming these challenges, LINC will have a successful future.
So in the future, we hope to have eventually our own radio station, since we do have one on the last Tuesday of every month.
We are part of KHTS, which is a Southern California radio station in SCV. We have our own segment on there. So that's really exciting, and it can only go up from there. If you have anything you want to relay to us, you can contact us by email, linkpodcast@gmail.com.
Learning Individuals Network Connections is a great tool to help any student learn more about a career field, and we wish Samantha and Jake the best of luck. For West Ranch TV, I'm Johanna Jenneman.
A lot of kids.
Yes, thank you, John, so much.
Thank you for having me. Of course. Have a good one.
What a great way for students to get more involved in their future. That's all for today's show. Don't forget to bring a canned good to support your class at tomorrow's rally. I'm Riley Flynn. And I'm Callie Thompson. Thanks for watching.